Hello again, everyone! Zack Attack is here with the attack line for Wednesday, April 17th, 2013. Alright, let's kick it off with your Billboard number ones. Well, now we have a new number one single, also a new number one album. New all around the board. First off, new number one album. After 3 weeks, yes, Justin Timberlake's The 2020 Experience is finally no longer number one album. Your new number one album, surprisingly the first ever number one album, let alone debut, at number one, Paramore, and their fourth album, of course, self-titled, of course, it is the aftermath of 2010's album, which was, of course, the biggest seller with the hit The Only Exception. I forgot the name of the last album. But congrats to Paramore for the new number one. It's, like I said, the first number one album ever. So congrats to them, 4 albums in number one. Also, like I said, we have a new number one single. Yes, after 1 week, Bruno Mars did not have much time to relish his 5th number one with When I Was Your Man getting kicked off with her, I'm trying to count, her third solo number one in her entire career. Pink gets Just Give Me a Reason featuring Nate Woos, the lead singer of Fun. This is Nate's second number one solo or collab. Of course, his first number one was last year with his group Fun, We Are Young, and now he gets a second number one with this collab with Pink. Counting Lady Marmalade, this is Pink's 4th number one, counting Lady Marmalade, and her 3 solo number ones. This is her third, like I said, her 3rd solo number one, and wow, that makes an impact. Psy's song, Gentleman, which I kind of made a review for this past Monday, debuted at number 12, outside the top 10. But now that the video is kind of still buzzing with a lot of views, like I mentioned on Monday, I think it already had at least 100 million views worldwide in less than 3 days. I think it's probably up to at least 300, 500 million right now. So hopefully make a bigger impact next week, especially with the iTunes sales counting. Now, speaking of Billboard, today the Billboard Music Awards, along with the BET Awards, both respectfully announced their hosts for their shows. And they're both comedians. First, the Billboard Awards announced today that Tracy Morgan, formerly of SNL and of the recently departed 30 Rock, has been announced to be the host of the show. Of course, last year we had Julie Bowen and Ty Burrell of Modern Family hosting it last year. Hey, it was ABC. But now, Tracy Morgan's taking care of it. And of course, he is very honored to be hosting this show, especially with all the people that have been on the Billboard chart throughout the years, and of course, with so many performers on that show, including Prince, along with, I think, Bieber, Taylor Swift, among many others. Let me carry too. Of course, that award show will take place on May 19th, Sunday, May 19th at 8, 7 Central on ABC. Or as I call it, the Night of Extreme Rules. I'll get some WWE news for you in a moment, but where we, like I said, Billboard Awards announced their host. So did the BET Awards. They announced their host today for that show, which will be making a little bit of a comeback bid, Chris Tucker. Now, Chris Tucker made a mini comeback this year by starring in the critically acclaimed, award-nominated, well, award-winning, especially with the 2 MTV Movie Awards, the main stars, Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper won on Sunday, called Silver Linings Playbook. Chris Tucker was a dad supporting role, and now he's making a little bit of a comeback trail because on June the 30th, and of course Tucker, like Tracy, is honored to host the BET Awards, saying it's honored to be asked to host this year's awards. He's looking forward to being a part of a great show. Like I said, that show will take place June 30th at 8 on BET. Billboard with Tracy Morgan hosting 8 o'clock on Sunday, May 19th, ABC. So there you go. Award show news for ya today. Now let's some movie news for you right now. This summer we got a lot of sequels coming out. We got, of course, Fast 5, Fast 6 coming out. They already declared Fast 7. Wow. They already announced, I think they announced a release date of July 2014 for Fast 7. And Fast 6 ain't even fucking out yet. They're expecting another big payday because what Fast 5 made like a lot of million in the box office. I think like 85 million that weekend. And I went that weekend to see Fast 5. Pretty good movie. So I am going to see Fast 6. Not just because The Rock's in it. Rock may not be in it because he's got a shooting conflict with Hercules. So, because they're shooting it right away this August, this Fast 7. And besides that, and with Fast 6 out, a lot of sequels are coming, like I mentioned, including the Smurfs 2. 2 years ago, like Fast 6, Fast 5, the Smurfs came out, big success, now the sequel's coming out. Because most of the guys and gals, well, girls specifically, reprising their roles in the movie, including, of course, Katy Perry returning as Smurfette. But with this latest announcement on who's singing a theme song for the movie, Katy Perry is no longer the pop diva, the only pop diva associated with the Smurfs movie. Today, Sony Pictures announced that singing the main song for the movie Smurfs, called Ooh La La, it's Britney, bitch! Yes, Britney Spears is gonna sing the Smurfs song for the new movie. It'll be Britney Spears' first new song in 2 years to follow up the success of Family Town. Now, I've been hearing that, yes, Britney's been in the studio working on a new album, so this may be like a teaser for the new album. Of course, she's not been absent, though, being on the X Factor last season, even though she won't be on this upcoming season. And, of course, her hit with will.i.am, Scream, and Shout. Heating up the charts now. It's warming down a bit, especially with will.i.am's 2 new songs with Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus. So, and it also makes sense that Britney Spears is going to be a part of the Smurfs, especially the Smurfs is being made through Sony. She's on Sony BMG through the RCA label. Britney Spears released a statement today about being chosen to sing a song for the Smurfs during the end credits, saying that I've always loved the Smurfs as a kid. Well, of course, Smurfs was basically 80s thing. She was only, 2 or 3 when that came out, because she was born in 81. And now my boys are the biggest Smurfs fans ever, well, because of this movie. See what happens with old 80s things being new again when they make movies out of them? Ain't that right? Alvin and the Chipmunks. Anyway, she goes on to say, I wanted to surprise them with a song in the movie. So she is very excited. Of course, we still haven't heard anything lately about the long-rumored Vegas stint Britney's planning. They're saying it's happening, but the venue's still be determined. So we'll find out if we have any more Vegas news on Britney. But till then, Britney Spears, at least we know when the next new song is going to be out for the Smurfs. Ooh La La. No word on when the song will be released. The movie will be released on July 31st. But no word gets set on when the soundtrack's coming. And of course, when the Ooh La La single will be released on iTunes and the video and whatever. So we'll probably find out soon enough. Now, news on Star Wars. Now, of course, a few months ago, Disney made headlines by buying Lucasfilm and declaring that Episode 7 is coming out for Star Wars. And that's not enough for Disney. They're saying now they're going to release a new Star Wars movie every fucking year. Wow. That's oversaturating the market, huh, Disney? You know, you own LucasArts, and now you're gonna make money off it. You want more money off it. Yes, according to Coming Soon, the news was unveiled today at CinemaCon, a movie exhibition. They say that starting with the release of Episode 7 in 2015, it'll be a new release every summer. I guess Episode 7 to be directed by J.J. Abrams. The movie will kick off a new trilogy. Well, it's also known that the companies, Disney and Lucasfilm, working on standalone films, including, I've said this on Atakline a few months ago about spin-offs, including Han Solo and Boba Fett and Yoda as well. It'll be alternate. So, who knows? Like, Episode 7 is going to be part of one trilogy, and the spin-off films will be like in alternate universes instead of being in the same storyline as the Episode 7 will launch a new trilogy. So we'll see what plans Disney has for these new movies starting in 2015. I'm still amazed that they're doing it. I've seen the episodes 1, 2, and 3 when they came out in theaters. Well, the first one I didn't see in theaters. Second, episodes 2 and 3 I saw in theaters. So we'll see what Disney will do to the Star Wars franchise when those movies start rolling out starting in 2015. Now, with some wrestling news like I promised. Now, this past Monday on Raw, if you didn't see my Raw review, it was a mixed Raw, with the crowd sucking as usual now instead of being at New Jersey last week. CM Punk was on Raw to, of course, make a statement about Taker. and losing the Taker. And I applaud WWE for winning. I read this, and I applaud the WWE for making the decision. They were going to make Punk do this whole thing like he did this week, walking out, doing the promo. They were actually going to do that promo last week. And I agree with WWE's decision with holding it till this week, because the reaction would have not been there, because the crowd, the New Jersey crowd was so nuts, they would have cheered the hell out of him. And you know that, because when Paul Heyman said, Punk's going to talk, yay! Next week, boo! So, the crowd would have cheered him. The promo would have an emotional effect, because people would be cheering him instead of booing him. Now, of course, the big setup of this promo is that Punk walked out. Basically, signaling, like I've been hinting towards the last couple of Ataklines, if you've seen me doing that on the Ataklines, that Punk's taking a break. And now I'm reading that, yes, Punk is walking out. The storyline is part of that. We are walking out to take a break. That's why I heard, like, after Mayer's going to take a break. Now it's official. You're going to take a break and be out till at least SummerSlam. My thoughts on that decision. It's great. I've said it all along when I heard about the rumors about Punk taking a break. I was like so happy, because it's like Punk's been on faces for months and months and months. His character, like Cena's, was almost getting stale. But to get him to take a break will make him bigger and better when it comes to athletically and mentally and physically. Storyline-wise, his character will be a lot stronger when he comes back after being gone for a while. And also, he has to get some injuries to heal, because he had a knee injury a few months ago. He never properly healed from that knee injury, because he was, at the time, still WWE champion. So, I'm glad Punk's taking a break. I'm glad they're doing that. I hope Punk was mad at the promo at first, and he almost walked down the company, period, like left the company again. But they settled it, and of course, Punk worked Mania, and of course, walked out. Storyline-wise, the signal, of course, he's taking a break. And I'm glad they are, like I said, because Punk needs to take a break from wrestling and from being on there every week, just like Cena needs to do. But Cena's a new champion, so. Anyway, I'm happy to see Punk take a break, and I cannot wait till he comes back stronger and bigger and better than ever. And be a better storyline for him, character-wise. So there you go. Punk's taking a break. Glad for that. Now, on with TV news this evening. No Modern Family tonight. No new Modern Family tonight. But we do have new Duck Dynasty this evening. Last week's episode was another good episode last week. I think the focus of that was human resources meeting and Sai being handcuffed to really, that was funny. And also Miss K trying to go mattress shopping, but never did because he got lost because they don't trust GPS. Well, specifically, Phil doesn't trust the GPS. If you know Phil, the dad, is not the biggest fan of technology, as we all know. So, and this week's episode really got a guitar. That's what we saw in the promo. So we'll see how that pales out in this week's Duck Dynasty at 10, 9 Central on A&E. Just one episode, not two. That is it for the attack line for today. I'll see you all later. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy this great weather wherever you are. Though it was very sunny today in Michigan. Rainy now, but it was great for most of the day until the rain came. So, like I said, thanks again for watching. See you all later. Yeah.